Hello everybody, what's going on? It is Tim Michael and welcome to my live stream. This is a tutorial that I do during my live stream. It's worked out really well, gotten some good comments and people have been enjoying it. And I'm going to go ahead and continue that in today. Today is a beautiful Saturday morning. Yeah, I usually don't draw this early in the morning. I'm usually not this awake this early in the morning, but hey, what do you do? So 9:25 in the morning, and I'm going to go ahead and do a continuation of last night's tutorial. I told you guys about the triangle of the face, and if you want to learn more about that, just go to the previous video. It's waiting for you, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. If you do, hit the like button. That's one of the best things you can do for me. I am definitely what's the word I'm looking for? I definitely make the mistake of watching a video that I really like, and I forget to hit the like button, even though I really liked it. So remember to go that extra mile for the people that you watch, for your creators that you watch, and hit that like button. We love when you hit the like button. Alright, so basically I'm going to do a continuation of last night's tutorial where I talked about the triangle of the face. I'm not going to go into the discussion of the triangle of the face today because you just go check out the previous video. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is teach you something new today about caricaturing. Alright, basically I want to talk about slanting, and basically the slant of the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the things that you need to focus on when you're working on someone's caricature. We've already talked about the triangle, so I will draw the triangle in place. That way you guys can see what... Oh, my menu's gone. Where is it? There it is. So you guys can kind of see about what I'm talking about with the triangle of the face. So here... Oh, well, that's cool. We'll do it in white. Why not? So there you go. So, triangle of the face. There we go. There's our triangle for me, and there's my triangle for my wife. We went to Dave & Buster's that night. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the idea of slanting. Something that you really need to focus on as you are looking at drawing someone is understanding how their face is slanted in certain places. And it plays a really key role on likeness. And obviously I've told you guys, draw essence, don't draw likeness. I want you to be able to draw what they feel like, not what they look like. If you draw what they look like, it's going to look a lot like a portrait. And if you can draw what they feel like, it's so much more expressive. There's more stuff in that. And if you just go through my tutorials here on YouTube, you'll find my video on drawing essence and not drawing likeness. But likeness is key, obviously. We're caricaturists nonetheless. We're not giving people stick figures to take home with them. We're giving them pieces that look like them and have their personality in them. We're trying to keep things as fun as we possibly can. So what I'm going to do today is show you slanting. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off this, and it's a very basic principle. And the idea is to be looking at how the face is shaped in key areas. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with my face, and I want to look at this. I want to look at the slant of the eyes, the slant of the nose, the slant of the outer smile, and the slant of the chin. Okay? And honestly, that's roughly about all the things I look for. So the slant of the eyes, slant of the nose, slant of the upper smile, and slant of the chin. And the reason why I put these things here is because I want you to see that these are basically big arrows that point in one direction or another, and they help you define where you need to be putting things. So if I kind of draw this as an arrow, sort of like that, if I draw this as an arrow, your goal is to give yourself a roadmap. Your goal is to find ways to see these shapes in an instant. And when you see these shapes in an instant, it really helps with likeness. That's your goal. So you're looking for where the arrows are in the face. Now not everyone's going to have these arrows per se. Not everyone's going to have slanted down eyes, but that's the wonder of caricature. Some people might have something completely different where their eyes actually go the opposite direction. They look sleepy or whatever. They may have a certain smile that actually goes in reverse. That where the lips are pointed down on the other side. These slants that you catch are what really help guide you through a caricature, what help guide you through getting likeness. You can also do slanting on eyebrows too, believe it or not. And what I figured out is usually I don't worry about that. We'll talk about that another day, and that would be what I would consider arcing. how much arc you would put in an eyebrow, and then how do you exaggerate that arc. But that's another tutorial for another time. So once again, let's go ahead and follow through with what we did last night and today. And I'm not going to do a full caricature like I said before. I have advanced tutorials waiting for you guys on my Patreon. I hope that you can find them. You got to scroll down a little bit down Patreon to find them, but they're waiting for you, and I hope that you enjoy them. Thank you very much for my new patrons as well. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Ace. And Ace is actually a very, very good caricaturist himself. I stopped by his Facebook, and he's got some really, really great stuff. So I appreciate the support, man. It means a lot to me, and I look forward to creating more content. And thank you very much for becoming a patron. And it's going to be quite a blessing having you here. So let me go ahead and begin this whole idea. Not drawing everything out, but I'm going to go ahead and start with this whole theory of drawing a face and getting this started. So once again, I'll use my face like I did last night. Going to go ahead and just kind of sketch out the rough idea of how I want to weigh the head. And I want to put more weight on the bottom of my face because this feels really, really heavy down here. And that's another tutorial we can talk about another time. I kind of covered it in last night's where I talked about looking at a face through a fisheye lens. I just spit on my screen. So what I'm going to do is figure out where I want to put my eyes. Okay, and if I'm really desperate, I can figure out where to put my nose and mouth. But that's what last night's tutorial is kind of about. It's about looking for that triangle of the face. That's going to help you define where things are going to go. And then from there, I can kind of make a mark for where the top of the nostrils will be. And that's where I can put my circle for my laugh lines and my chin, which I'm going to actually include my beard in that. And then off of that, based off of that, then I've told you guys a little bit about the T in the face, and we can get into that in more detail. I think someone who covers that very well is Tom Richmond. He's got an amazing book. Just look him up, and he does a book on caricature, and it's just bar none fantastic. If you like Mad Magazine or you like the style of Mad Magazine, he is the man who does all that beautiful work, and he's going to help you out a lot. Now, looking at this arc, not the arc, but the arrow in the eyebrows, the slant in the eyebrows, I can kind of go ahead and get those eyebrows knocked in. I'm looking at the distance from them to the eyes, and I can get the eyes knocked in. Looking at that slant, the slant's important. Getting this nose all marked in here. Slant is important in the nose as well. Thinking about that overall shape that I mentioned last night. And getting that whole nose in there from the top bridge down to the sides and back. We can talk about that in another tutorial as well. I want to give myself as much content to create in the future, so I apologize when you guys are like, what? I promise. That's hopefully going to be future content. Hold me to it. I want to keep this going strong, so I want to make sure that I try and space out what content I give you guys in each video. And I'm going to go ahead and just draw in just the rough of the nose and the face and such like that, okay? Looking now from this rounded shape that I've created here, and kind of where within this shape, from the bottom of the nose to the top of the mouth, how much depth is there, and then that will help me know kind of where I need to put my smile here, and I can get that in there. And then once again, since I got my face all covered up with a beard, that's where I'm looking at arcs, and I'll talk more about arcs another day. And I'm coming up with all this stuff on the fly, and I actually really like what I'm coming up with, so I'm coming up with some good stuff. I should write a book on caricaturing. But I can go ahead and start putting in the mustache coming down towards the beard, and just go ahead and quickly fill this junk in, fill all this junk in, fill all this junk in, and you can see it looks like me. It does look like me. And I haven't even really done anything with the eyes yet. This is all in slants, arcs, and triangles. I mean, there's very, very basic shapes going on here. I'm going to go ahead and draw the top of the head. I can go ahead and put the hat in here too if I really wanted to, which I do. And I'll go ahead and put this little lip thing in here, and I'm going to kind of carry the hat around the back. And there you go, guys. I mean, it's just another important technique that you need to keep in mind. Slants of the eyes. If I didn't do these eyes with this slant that you can obviously see in my face, that might not look like me as much. And this is a slant. I didn't even draw eyes yet. I haven't even begun really getting the concept of the eye form yet. It's just two lines. Keep it simple in your starting sketch. Why not? It allows you to expand more when you get further in. I really hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. I'd love it if you'd smack that like button for me. That means the world to me. Go that extra mile, smack the like button. Hit the subscribe button because we are so close to 10,000 subscribers. It's amazing, and it's all your fault. I really appreciate it, guys. You guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then, of course, do me a big favor, if you get the chance, stop on by patreon.com, take a look at some of the stuff I do over there. I don't have a lot going on over there, but your support is absolutely amazing. I really, really appreciate it, and Lord willing, I can come up with some more rewards for you guys in the future. Maybe once we get caught up on a few of these commissions, then I can start doing more Patreon commissions, because it's been a long time. From there, that's about it, guys. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. If you have any questions, ask them on Twitter. I'll try and respond back in a 1-minute video. If I can't do that, I can make a tutorial on it. And then, of course, follow me on Instagram because that's where I post all of my pictures and drawings and things like that. So when I do any sketches in my sketchbook, here, I'll show you one real quick. I did it last night. I got a little bored from everything I was working on, and I decided I was going to go ahead and sketch something. Because I was getting tired of drawing the daily drive, and so of course I drew one of my favorite YouTubers ever. There you go, a little Casey Neistat for you right there. Love drawing Casey. He's got a great face for caricature. If you watch any of his videos, give him a shot. That nose of his and that chin of his, very, very bold and sharp. Lots of fun. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you next time on another tutorial here on the Tim Michael channel. Thank you so much for being a part of my life, and I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode. Take care.